I'm good. What's going on with you?
Not much, man. I'm actually just got done with my semester
Okay.
a couple weeks ago, so just enjoying this downtime, man. Just trying to.
Nice. Congratulations.
Hey, appreciate it, man.
What's
Appreciate it.
what school you going to?
I'm going to St. Petersburg College. I'm in Tampa, so it's over in Clearwater, but I've actually been going online for the last couple of years. So just trying to get my bachelor's, man, and hopefully find a career the next year or so. So just been
Nice.
grinding at that, bro.
Yeah, man. Black men being educated. I love it. I love it.
Hey, that's facts, man. Like that's something that I've talked to some of my friends about is like, I'm very pro education, but I also don't want to be like an education snob. You know what I mean? I don't want to be
Yeah.
like, oh, like you gotta do this and that. Cause like, you can make it work. You know what I mean? But I just know for me, that's the best route.
Yeah,
for me
definitely.
to take. So
I mean, a lot of people don't see like school as the route, but like it's an alternative. You never know who you
right.
can meet in school. You never know what you can learn.
Facts.
So I feel like
Absolutely.
everybody should at least try it at least once.
Yeah. And like again, I agree 100%. And that's everyone has their own gift, whether that's academics, sports, whatever. I just feel like for me, I don't try to knock where people are coming from. If you feel like school's not your thing, school's not your thing. But to be honest, I didn't really get in my groove of school. I mean, I dropped out of high school.
Yeah.
Super depressed, dropped out my sophomore year. I was just drifting, doing nothing for 2 years after that. And then I did some dual enrollment, got back in the groove of things, and found a bachelor's I liked. And I'm just taking it semester by semester, man. So
Yeah.
I feel you 100%.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I want to thank you for coming on, sharing
man.
your story with me, my podcast and everything.
Bro, yeah, man. Hey, I love your work, dude. Like,
I appreciate that.
Your photography, man, all that, like the podcast, like, I for real, like, I wouldn't join this if I didn't think it was legit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I get Isaiah on the podcast, man. Like,
yeah,
like you always, I love your work. I love your music and everything. I'm like, I gotta get him on.
I appreciate it. I've been working hard. I'm definitely my biggest critic.
Yeah.
With the music and just in general, part of that's anxiety and depression, things like that. But also just I want to be good in what I do, whether it's just a conversation or music or whatever. So I really try to be intentional, man. And I can see that in your stuff too. So I definitely respect that a lot.
Appreciate that. Definitely. Yeah. So let's get started. So tell me about your upbringing and what really got you into music.
That's a good question, man. Yeah, honestly, so my upbringing, so I grew up, 2-parent household. My dad worked, my mom, stay-at-home mom. She homeschooled me and my brother, my older brother, Ben. He's actually on some of my songs, my most recent drops, International Playboy. And we grew up together, man, really close. He's 2 years older than me. We were homeschooled for 8. I was homeschooled K through 8th. Went to high school, public high school from there on. And that's my main support unit, man, as my 2 parents and my brother. And then I was in high school when I first recorded, and me and Ben, we just went to Sam Ash Music Store. I still got the same mic. I had the same mic for the last 7 years. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So, we just went and we're like, we have this MacBook. Let's get a laptop. We love music, and we just started recording stuff and trying to get better each and every day with it. So that was about 7 years ago, and so my brother really got me.
Nice. That's dope. I feel like a lot of people don't. How can I put it? Don't have the inspiration or like to have like the person who's like supporting them behind their dreams, especially with music. Because you see a lot of people, they post their music, they be like, oh my God, like this guy's doing music now, It's like it's always people like that, especially on like Facebook and everything, man. I can't I'm like, it's always something about like, oh, you should tell your friend that he's not a rapper, It's like,
right.
Why you guys shoot down someone's dreams? If they want to pursue it, let them do it. Maybe it's not what you like, it's not your type of music, whatever the case may be, but someone else is gonna like it.
Absolutely. I think too, when you talk about, it's funny you talk about friends and like their role and when you're pursuing your dreams, because I struggle with that. I'm not gonna lie. Like the last 7 years, I've had a good inner circle You know, my parents, my brother are supportive, like we talked about, but also I have a good group of close friends that, you know, I've worked with them, but I've also they just support me. They share my stuff. You know, they encourage. I send them a song. What's your take on this? And they give me honest feedback. And you know, but it's also the understanding that I'm doing this for me. So whether I blow or not, you know, I know I'm giving everyone Isaiah, and I think as long as my, it feels weird to say fans, but you know what I mean. Like as long as my listeners understand that, that's all I care about. As long as they appreciate it. So, and I'm grateful for friends that do that, that encourage me, but at the same time push me, if that makes sense. And they're just realistic with me and honest. So yeah, it's a fine line, bro. But just doing my best, you know.
Definitely, because that inner support is what drives people.
Oh yeah, if people don't feel supported, they're not going to do it. You know, and that's why every comment, every like, you know, I've said it before when I've shared my music, is it sounds just minute or, you know, just lame, but really every like, retweet, comment, you know, engagement, just listen, stream, all that, just that one helps, you know, and it keeps you going. So for sure.
Definitely. So congratulations on 3 EPs.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
like it was like back to back to back. I was like, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
So what was the thought process behind Phases?
Oh, that's a good, that's another good question. So man, I just creatively, I feel like I was in a funk for, I would say, let's see. So I dropped like a really crappy mixtape in like the top of 2015, and I did another one the next year, but I hadn't really done anything like project wise since then, like 2016. I did some singles, like some Lucy's on SoundCloud and like some Apple Music songs, but like nothing that was like cohesive. You know what I mean? Nothing that felt like unifying of like what I represent, like my themes and stuff like that. So I had some stuff in the vault, man, some stuff that I had worked on. And some of the tracks, especially on the first two, like volume 3 of Phases is all new. It's all new tracks that are within the last 2 years. But the first two had some stuff that was like 2015, 2016. And to me, obviously I did it so I can tell, but I feel like you can tell the difference in the how old it is. But the reason I included that old stuff too is, you know, again, Phases is like, this is where I've been, this is where I'm at, and this is where I'm going. And being proud of where you've been, even if it wasn't great, enjoying the moment.
Yeah.
And I really wanted this on the album cover for volume 3 was looking forward. You know, like my face, you see me looking forward to what's ahead, because I'm very much in the moment. A lot of things on my plate stress me out. You know, you know, my anxiety is a big part of that. And I don't want to get too far ahead, too far behind. I want to enjoy the moment. So I was trying to balance all that and celebrate where I've been and also where I'm going. So that was kind of my thought process with that.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, because you're not looking at the end goal. You're looking like enjoying it right now. Like just basically just taking it one day at a time and just not trying to speed the process. I like that.
Absolutely, man. And you know, that's something that with mental health, obviously you've seen my Instagram and Twitter, something I'm very passionate about. You know, having depression, anxiety, and social anxiety is, you know, I've been Baker acted. I've been hospitalized twice, you know, for suicidal gestures, and as recently as 2019, about 2 years ago now. And that was something that, especially this most recent stint, I was like, it really hit me, the importance of being grateful. You know, not in terms of ignoring what's wrong, but just like, I think of the Star Wars quote from Obi-Wan where he's telling Anakin, hey, you're focused on the negative, be mindful of the present, you know? And I think having my mental health struggles has really helped with that. It's been ugly at times, but I think that's been a big catalyst for why I feel the way I feel about that subject.
Yeah, like I feel like a lot of Black men don't take mental health seriously, and it's something we need to pay attention to more, be more intentional with, because like that shit can kill us.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Like it's like, well, I don't understand why a lot of people. Well, I would say because like we're taught to like we're supposed to be strong, we're supposed to be this, supposed to be that, but we don't take the time to like understand what we need and not what like the world needs from us. Like what do we need for ourselves?
Absolutely. And I think a lot of that, you know, I feel like you see this hashtag mental health awareness a lot, but I don't think a lot of people, and I'm not an expert, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a professional, but I feel like when people will say awareness, I don't know if they know what that means. I feel like I see this a lot with suicide posts. It's like, you know, people say, "Oh, that's sad. They shouldn't have killed themselves," but they don't understand that that wasn't a lot of times a one-time thing. In this case, suicide is like what led up to that. You know, being aware of whether it's if it's your friend. Like great example, Rod Wave. You know, he shared a song the other day, and that I ain't gonna lie, that sounded like a suicide note what he wrote. Like I'm hoping his friends and family check in on him. And if they need to, check him in somewhere for rehab. You know what I mean? Or call a counselor. Like it's, you know, and I love that you said that about Black men, is that it's definitely a negative, it's looked upon negatively, is being in touch with your emotions. It's feminine, it's looked upon negatively, but I really try to push back against that. And you can see that in what I share, what I write is, you know, I can be strong and Black, but also in touch with my emotions. It doesn't have to be in spite of one another. And I really wish, and I do think men like us are helping to change that. Is my hope and prayer, at least.
Hopefully, because we need to. And I seen that post of Rod Wave, and because I was reading about it, I'm like, is he good? Like, what's going on? Like, I think I see on the Shade Room. Like, I seen on another page that he shared that he's good. Like, he was on a flight or something like that. He was going somewhere, and I was just like, all right, so like, hopefully someone's checking on him. You know, things like that. You know, I don't know what's going on with him, but like, hopefully he figures everything out.
Yeah, that's my hope and prayer, and it's just especially with celebrities because because they're helping others stay afloat financially.
Yeah.
So if you send him to rehab, you know, or whatever it may be, the money might stop.
Yeah.
And so that's where real altruistic love comes in, as opposed to, I love you, bro. I appreciate everything you've done. But it's because you're keeping a roof over my head. You got me a car, things like that. So celebrities, it's a really tricky situation there too. So prayers up, man.
Especially with Kanye, because like the whole with Kanye, oh man, it's like with him, it's like I sometimes I'll be like, all right, like he's wilding, but then sometimes I'll be like, you know what, you gotta give him like the benefit of the doubt because like, you know, he lost his mom, he's divorced and everything. There's a lot of things that's going on in his life and everything. So it's like we have to like, you know, like pretty much kind of be patient with him.
Right. No, I agree 100%. I think Kanye for me is a special case. I think a lot of celebrities should, I don't want to say get canceled, but there should be consequences to behavior. Yeah, I think that's how I see like cancel culture, for example. It's not so much canceling. I think that's more of a myth. I think there should be consequences. But with Kanye, he's sick, man. He to me, he is sick. He is like manic, depressive, whatever you want to call it. Like he's not always there. And to me, whenever I see he's trending, I'm like, okay, he must not have taken his meds today.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And to be honest, I've been in the psych ward with people like that, where they come in the day of, they're not good. Like they're not good. They're, you know, you try to give them meds and they slap them away and things like that. And then, excuse me, 2 days later, they're good. Once they get on their meds, they stabilize. And I'm not trying to advocate whether you're for or against, wherever you're at, that's fine. But like, you know, that shows how serious it is, man. And Kanye needs that understanding. And that's why I don't find his stuff funny a lot of times. Because it's like, oh, Kanye, why? Like, no, bro, he's sick. Like, and to me, that's what I think of. That's where my mind goes. And I think he's a great example of what you're talking about.
Yeah, because, I mean, I feel like it's hard to, like, pinpoint, like, where it started, you know? Because, like, I would say, like, with his mom and everything, but when his mom first passed away, but it didn't seem like he was that bad at that time.
Right.
It seemed like later on it started showing more, you know, I guess like probably try to cope with it and he didn't know how to.
Right.
And then because like with like my first thing, like I'm seeing it was like the with the Henny bottle and everything.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, like that was my first time seeing. It was like, yo, is Kanye good? Like it was funny in the moment, but then when you
right,
hindsight, it's like
it's entertaining.
Yeah, like but like it's like what was going on like for him to do all that? Be having a whole Henny bottle come to the awards and just going crazy.
Yeah. See, and he's out in public. Yeah. He's out in public, shades on, just out there open, unabashedly drinking. Like for his friends, his peers, for whoever, that should like send alarms. That should be like, whoa. Hey, like you all right? You know what I mean? But he's Kanye, so no one's always got it.
No one's gonna check him.
Yeah, he's a musical genius. One of the greatest artists ever, and I do think Donda dying had a lot to do with that, because I think with the album that came after that, 808s and Heartbreak, one of my favorites of his, I'd say
definitely.
Top 3. And that helped me when I dropped out, when I was going through depressive episodes when I was younger. That helped me a lot, that album, and you can feel the anguish, the despair compared to the first 2 or the first 3 albums of the more classic hip hop sound, whereas this is like dark, edgy, very, very emotional. And I feel for Kanye, man. He's someone that I think is a bit of an exception. Not that he's exempt; he's a human like all of us, but he's a special case, man. And I watch him, and I just see a lot of concern sometimes. But I hope he's okay.
Yeah, same with me, because when I first started listening to hip hop, he was my favorite artist.
Right.
Like he was like the person who really got me into rap and hip hop. So seeing him go through all this, and then for me personally, it's like I feel like his music has changed a bit. Not saying I'm a big fan of his music now. I still listen to it sometimes and everything.
Right.
But like I feel like like a lot of like the depression took a lot of his musical talent away. He's still talented, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, no,
I feel like it changed a lot.
Yeah. I think after, I'd say probably Yeezus is where that started to shift.
Yeah, definitely. Me too.
Even just sonically. But I say the same thing with Drake, is now lyrically they're not that good. Like they can still technically rap as far as like delivery and things like that. The production's always phenomenal, things like that. But lyrically, they're at that stage where they got nothing to prove, and they're also kind of bored. I feel like. I think that shows. But that, like, I feel like you can still be fans of people, of artists at Kanye's level or stage in their career, and still criticize them. Not like, they suck, but like, it's not prime Kanye anymore. He's in the twilight years. It's like an athlete. I love Melo. We both love Melo.
Exactly.
Melo, but he's not the all-star. You know what I mean? He's not. But it's almost more fun that way. So that when he does hit a 3 or he does hit a game winner, it's like, Melo hit a 3. Instead, back when he was in Denver, it's like he should be doing that.
Exactly.
So I always like that comparison of rap and sports. So I think that's a good way to put it.
Definitely, because for me, but let me ask you this. So the whole Drake and Kanye beef, how did you feel about that?
Man, I'm a huge fan of both. Like and just for me artistically, they're a big inspiration. I have over 100 Drake songs on my phone personally. Like I love his sound. I love his style. To me, it's kind of weak sauce. I ain't gonna lie. Like I feel like
I thought it was funny. I'm not even gonna lie.
See like that. That's like entertainment. That's like. And I seen a tweet the other day. It was like, that was a weak beef when you think about it. It was no diss tracks, no like ether type diss tracks. It was just like petty Instagram posts, sharing their location, and I just feel like it just shows that they're more pop culture. They're not just rappers going at it, but I thought overall, man, to me, Pusha T won. To me, like Drake's actual music was not good in that whole beef. Kanye had some decent subs at him. 7 a.m. on Bridal Path on COB was a nice little diss, but I feel like
Pusha had the best diss track, definitely.
Yeah, like Kanye wasn't, to me, directly should have been directly involved. I get it. Push is connected to him, but to me, Drake should have kept it at Pusha. But then, like, Drake will come in. Oh, I could have dropped this diss track. He was on the shop on LeBron's show. Oh, I had this diss all ready to go, but I didn't want to go there because bro, like, is it beef or is it not?
Yeah, like drop it. Drop it.
Like to me, if that's what beef is, and if you got a problem, say it. But don't take the high road after he's gave you a pretty good diss. I could end your career, but I'm not going to. Like, no, that's lame. So I love Drake. I love Drake. I love Kanye. Mm-hmm. I think Kanye looked better.
Yeah.
As far as musically, he has more antics, of course, but I thought Drake was kind of weak. Throughout the whole, if you ask me.
Yeah, it was like Drake was just like kind of just going with the flow with it. And then like Pusha T was coming, like his tracks was hard. Yeah. And then Kanye, like, you know, he had like petty stuff, but Drake was just kind of just sitting there like, I'm not gonna do anything, like not even making songs, just making like no slight disses at them and stuff like that.
Yeah. See, and I don't like that. I don't like if I don't like subliminals, and I get not everyone can be game and just say names every other track. I get that, but
yeah,
it was like, bro, we all know who you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. All right, like 7 a.m. on Brittle Path was like, we know that's for Kanye.
Yeah, like he's like, give that address to your driver. Mm-hmm. All right, Kanye just posted his location. Like, just say that.
Yeah,
you know, like, but I don't know. I just feel like it just shows how different rap is. And I'm not that old head that's like, oh, back in my day. I'm not an old head.
Yeah.
But I do think it is different. It's not come for your neck anymore that way. It's not. It's
like Jay-Z and Nas and stuff like that, Biggie and Tupac. Yeah, it's nothing like that.
Yeah, it's, I'll puff my chest out, but it's more hot air as opposed to like actual malicious records, Yeah. I don't know. I love them both, but I just thought it felt like SpongeBob and Patrick in the hallway when they were fighting.
Yeah.
Like, all right, guys, like make up and get back to working together.
And they did the Free Larry Hoover concert.
I watched that.
Yeah, was it good? I didn't get the chance to watch it.
Yeah. Again, Kanye's a musical genius. Drake is more worried about entertainment. He just performed CLB. He did In the Bible, the one with Lil Durk on it.
Oh, yeah.
On that, Kanye ran through his whole catalog. Drake just did CLB. So it was a little disappointing that way. Didn't say nothing about Larry Hoover in the concert, so I don't know.
But I heard that somebody who's connected to Larry Hoover was at the concert. I forgot who it was. I don't know if it was his mother. It was somebody. I forgot. Yeah,
no, I mean, they really didn't highlight anyone there. I mean, to me, it was more about, hey, Kanye and Drake are back together, as opposed to, hey, this is what we're promoting. This is Larry Hoover's predicament for those who don't know. They didn't bring no relatives on stage. Like, I mean, it was just fine, but I guess if you're going to say it's a Larry Hoover benefit concert, I was just expecting a little bit more. But it was cool to see them together working again on stage.
Yeah, hopefully they make some songs together. So we'll see.
That's my hope, man.
We'll see. So what's next for you? Like, got any more projects coming out or shows coming up?
I do. So I'm doing another EP before the year is over. I have it's the New Year's Freestyles EP. I packaged all 4 of those into one. And the first 3 were not on streaming services. They were just SoundCloud and YouTube. The 4th one is on streaming services, but I'm going to make that, bring them all together. And that's already delivered and ready to go. I'm going to drop it December 31st, New Year's Eve. And so I just want to add to my catalog, man. That's really my focus within the next year. I'm going to take a little more time off once the New Year's EP comes out, because I want to just kind of, sort of refine my sound, just get some more inspiration, live life. Like I loved how Roddy Ricch talked about that. He was like, I try to give time in between releases so I can live life, and that helps his writing, he was saying.
Yeah.
And that's something that I really believe in. So after the New Year's EP, I'll probably take some time off, might drop a single or 2, but I'll probably be pretty quiet at the top of 2022. But New Year's EP will be out before the year is over. And I got a single coming with someone else, so that'll be out in the coming months. But otherwise, man, just kind of gonna lay low, share some content, of course, but just kind of stay low and just try to get better. Just try to work in the studio and get better, man. So that's my plan.
Nice. I can't wait to hear it then. I can't wait to hear it.
Hey, I appreciate it, man.
No problem. Did you the name you asked me about? What's going on with that?
Which one?
The Bruce Wayne name?
Oh, yeah. So, man, I'm still floating that around. I think where I'm leaning right now is I don't know if you're familiar with like how Logic does, like he like on the Bobby Tarantino 2 album, he listed Young Sinatra as a feature, but that was like something he went by back in the day. Or like J. Cole and the Kill Edward feature, but it's just J. Cole with a pitch down vocal. I would say I'm leaning towards that, just because I feel like if I change the whole name, I'm gonna have to rebrand everything on socials and streaming services, and I'll be honest, I'm doing all this stuff for myself. I don't have no team, so like, it's a lot of work. Not that I don't want to do the work, but I just feel like I'm still Isaiah James. It's still a part of me, but I want to embrace an edgier, grittier part of me that I've been kind of holding back. So I think what you'll probably see as of right now is Bruce Bane listed as a feature. That's just that multiple personality thing, man.
Nice. I want to hear it. I definitely want to hear it.
Hey, appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, no doubt. Thank you for being on my podcast. Can't wait to hear the music. Let everybody know where they can find your music at.
Yeah, man. Instagram, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter at the Isaiah James, 2 E's. The YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, man, wherever music is sold. You just go on there, type in Isaiah James, and you will find me. And then hopefully in the coming months, I'll have more music on there for y'all, because I really want to beef up my catalog. So I'm excited to show more of myself, and I'm grateful for you giving me a platform.
Of course.
To do this. I don't take that lightly, bro. I love what you're doing, and I'm excited to really see what you got in store too. So I'd say the future is bright, man.
Definitely appreciate it, bro. Definitely.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro. Nice talking to you. I'll holler at you.
Hey, man. Sounds good, bro. Stay safe, all right?
You too, bro.
All right. Peace.
Peace.